Hey everybody, so I will be showing you how I make my Roblox thumbnails, and just please note, this isn't really going to be like super beginner friendly. Like if you've used Photoshop or Photopea a few times before, you'll definitely be able to follow along with this tutorial. I'm going to be doing Photoshop because I have no clue how to use Photopea, but you could probably just follow along in Photopea because they're pretty much the same thing. Alright, so once you are in Photoshop, you're going to want to click Create New, and under Width, you are going to want to type in 1 to 80, and then for height you want to do 720, and then resolution does not really matter, and then you're just going to want to click create. So now just wait for it to load. Now what I like to do is get a really colorful background, so I just look up like Roblox simulator map, and then I go to images. I find a really colorful one that I like. I think this one's pretty good. This is the one I normally use. You right click, push copy image, go back over to Photoshop, just click once and then push Control V. So now you can just resize it and stuff. And what you're gonna wanna do is click filter and then go to blur, click Gaussian blur. I like doing around 8 pixels because then it's still colorful, but like you can still see stuff. Or I mean, then it's not too blurry. So now you're going to want to gather the parts that you want to use in your thumbnail. So I'm just going to be finding like a previous thumbnail I've did, and I'm just going to do like make this as my text. Alright, so I just used the snip and sketch tool, and once you have your image, you're just going to want to click this little like copy thing, and then go back into Photoshop, click once, push Control V. So I'm going to have this on the right side because for all thumbnails you don't want to have stuff you don't want to have text on the right side because the timestamp will cover it up. I think like right there is good. So to add like an outline, you want to double click on it. Okay, and then you're going to want to click on stroke. I think a black stroke would look good. And you're going to want to make it outside, and for color, you just want to make it black or whatever matches with your background. And for size, make it how big you want the outline to be. I think like 9 looks good for this tutorial, and I like to add a drop shadow. You can look at these settings right here, but yes, you can also change the spread to like make it how visible it is. I think that is perfect right there. So now just click OK when you are done. Now to add text, you want to click this little text tool and wait for it to load. I just realized you couldn't see any of that stuff, but there you go. And you want to make sure that you're on color. I like to make the text white with this background, and I'm just going to be typing in make this. The font I use is called Wascott if you want to purchase it. It's a not purchase it, but just download it. You could probably like find it online or something. Alright, so I added some effects to the text, and now I'm going to add like a Roblox logo at the bottom because I want people to know this is for Roblox. Okay, so to remove a background from something, you want to click this magic tool, magic wand, and you're going to want to make the tolerance around 32. That's what I like to do. If it's just a single color like this, you can just make it 1, but 32 for a single color makes it look even better. So you just click it and then push Control X to delete it. And once you have it, I'm going to add like my text effects. I think making it not green. I think I'm gonna make it white because that'll stand out more. Okay, so here is like a kind of like a rough draft of the thumbnail. Now I'm going to try to make changes to make it look better. So I will be doing just a time lapse of me changing stuff. Alright, so this is the final thumbnail that I have come up with. I think it's pretty good, but what you're going to want to do is push Control and minus a bunch and zoom out to about how big a thumbnail would be on YouTube, and just make sure that you can like kind of understand what the video is about, even just from this small. So I can understand how to make this, and then I'm probably going to have an arrow going to this thumbnail, and it'll say Roblox. I might move Roblox to the top though. Let's see how that looks. And you won't make a great thumbnail first try. Experiment and like change things up until you think it's good. I liked it at the top because it uses more room so that there's not just empty space. You want to try to use as much space as you can, but not having like too much stuff in the thumbnail. Alright, so now that I have my arrow, I'm going to change it to yellow because that like stands out more than red. You're going to want to just highlight this, find the paintbrush tool, or I'm going to be using the fill bucket. If you don't have the fill bucket, it's because you have one of these tools. You can just right click and make sure that paint bucket tool is there. And just click once, back to the magic wand, right click, and push deselect. So now you can just scale it and do like whatever you want to it. I think I'm going to just do something like that. I think that is pretty good. And as we zoom out, I think that looks pretty good for a thumbnail on how to make a thumbnail. That sounds kind of trippy, but yeah. Alright, that is my tutorial on how to make thumbnails. Thank you all for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!